You realize someone's at the door. You open it, and there stand two men in dark suits, faces expressionless, eyes piercing. They're here, and they know too much. They're not just creepy, they're downright terrifying. Witnesses describe them as emotionless and almost robotic. They are the real-life Men in Black. Before we dive into the video, hit the like button and write "more" in the comments, as this platform is not a fan of these kinds of videos. Now let's get started. You've probably seen the Men in Black movies, where agents in dark suits protect Earth from alien threats. But did you know these characters may be inspired by real-life encounters? Unlike their Hollywood counterparts, actual Men in Black aren't known for being charming. People who've seen them say they don't smile or show any emotions at all. It's like their faces are frozen, kind of like robots or aliens trying to look human. And their eyes? Some say they're just empty and dark, like black holes. They always show up right after someone sees a UFO or starts digging too deep into alien stuff. It's like they have some kind of sixth sense for it. These mysterious figures often claim to be part of a secret organization. Some even flash official-looking badges with words like "security" on them. Instead of names, they sometimes use numbers to refer to each other. They might threaten you or your family, or maybe even mess with your mind to make you forget what you saw. But why are they here? What do they want? To silence people about UFO encounters through intimidation and threats. The first recorded run-in with the Men in Black dates back to 1947. Harold Dahl was out on his boat in Puget Sound when he claimed to see 6 massive donut-shaped objects in the sky. One of these objects apparently fell apart, showering debris that tragically killed Dahl's dog and injured his son. Dahl said he took photos of the debris as evidence. But here's where it gets weird. He later reported that the photos were mysteriously fogged over. A man dressed in black apparently showed up and warned Dahl not to speak about what he'd seen. This encounter marks the beginning of the Men in Black phenomenon in UFO history. Fast forward to 1967, when Robert Richardson in Ohio reported a strange collision. He claimed he was driving at night when he hit something, a UFO that vanished on impact. Richardson found a small piece of metal at the scene, which he believed came from the object. A week later, Richardson got an unexpected and unsettling visit. 2 men in black suits showed up at his home, asking about the metal fragment. When Richardson told them he'd sent it for analysis, things took a sinister turn. The men allegedly threatened him, saying, "If you want your wife to stay as pretty as she is, then you'd better get the metal back." Richardson never heard from them again, but the encounter left him shaken. These early reports set the stage for decades of similar stories. People across the country began reporting visits from mysterious men in dark suits, often after UFO sightings or while conducting UFO research. The pattern was clear. These figures wanted to suppress information and intimidate witnesses. As reports of Men in Black continued, the encounters seemed to get stranger and more unsettling. In 1968, Jack and Mary Robinson, UFO researchers in New Jersey, found themselves being watched. For 3 days straight, they spotted a man in black standing across from their apartment building. The couple felt their home had been searched when they were out. Their friend, Timothy Green Beckley, decided to investigate. He managed to snap a photo of the mysterious watcher, one of the rare instances where a supposed man in black was captured on film. While the black and white photo can't confirm the man's outfit color, it added some credibility to the Robinsons' disheartening experience. But perhaps one of the most bizarre and chilling encounters came in 1976. Dr. Herbert Hopkins, a doctor in Maine studying a UFO incident, received a strange phone call one September night. The caller claimed to represent a New Jersey UFO organization and asked to meet. Hopkins agreed, and what happened next defies explanation. By the time Hopkins hung up the phone and turned on his porch light, the man was already coming up the stairs. Hopkins' description of his visitor is nightmare fuel. The man wore a typical black suit, but that's where any resemblance to a normal human ended. He was completely bald, no hair, no eyebrows, not even eyelashes. His skin was described as smooth, dead white, and plastic-looking. Most unsettling were his lips, which were ruby red and stood out against his pale face. When he spoke, his voice was monotone and expressionless, like a machine. The strange visitor asked Hopkins to take out a coin. "Watch the coin," he said. Hopkins claims the coin then began to change color, turning silver, then bluish. It became blurry and fuzzy before seemingly dematerializing into thin air. After this bizarre demonstration, the man ordered Hopkins to destroy all his UFO research. These escalating encounters paint a picture of the men in black as something beyond ordinary government agents. Their appearances and abilities seem to defy normal human limitations, leading some to speculate about their true nature and origins. Before we continue, if you're curious about the secrets hidden beneath New York and London, you must see our video on that topic. Okay, now let's go back to our main video. The Men in Black phenomenon isn't just a relic of the mid-20th century. Reports have continued into recent years, sometimes involving well-known figures. In 2002, actor Dan Aykroyd had a strange experience while working on a UFO-themed TV show called Out There for the Sci-Fi Network. Aykroyd stepped outside during a break in filming and spotted a black Ford sedan appear suddenly across the street. A large man in black got out and gave Aykroyd what he described as a dirty look. When Aykroyd glanced away for a second, both the man and the car had vanished. Even more strange, just 2 hours later, Aykroyd received news that his show had been abruptly canceled. All the episodes filmed were scrapped, never to air. This incident raises questions about the reach and influence of the Men in Black. Could they have the power to shut down a TV production? Or was it just a bizarre coincidence? One of the most compelling modern cases comes from 2008 near Niagara Falls. Shane Sovar, a hotel manager and a security guard, reported seeing a large triangular UFO outside the hotel. This sighting caught the attention of the Aerial Phenomenon Investigations team, who looked into the incident. A couple of weeks after the sighting, something strange happened. According to 3 witnesses, 2 unidentified men in black visited the hotel, apparently looking for Sovar and the security guard. Luckily, neither was there at the time. The men reportedly terrified the hotel staff with their appearance and behavior. When Sovar reviewed the hotel's security footage, he found something shocking. The camera had actually captured the 2 mysterious men on tape. This video is considered one of the most intriguing pieces of potential evidence for the existence of Men in Black. The witnesses described the men as unnaturally tall, wearing black suits and hats, but it was their faces that were truly unsettling. They appeared identical, with extremely pale skin, no eyebrows or eyelashes, and abnormally large eyes. One woman who interacted with them claimed she felt like they could read her thoughts. The security footage, while grainy, does show 2 tall figures in dark clothing moving through the hotel. Their movements appear somewhat stiff and unnatural. While skeptics argue the video could be a hoax or show ordinary men, believers see it as proof of something truly strange. These modern encounters suggest that if the Men in Black are real, they're still active today, but their true nature remains a mystery. Are they government agents, extraterrestrials in disguise, or something else entirely? So, what are we to make of these Men in Black reports? The accounts span decades and come from people of all walks of life. While many can be easily dismissed as misunderstandings or hoaxes, some cases are harder to explain. One theory is that the Men in Black are indeed government agents, part of a secret organization tasked with covering up UFO encounters and suppressing information about extraterrestrial life. This would explain their focus on UFO witnesses and researchers. However, it doesn't account for their often bizarre appearance and seemingly superhuman abilities described in some encounters. Another popular theory is that the Men in Black are themselves aliens, disguised as humans to blend in while they carry out their mission on Earth. This could explain their often described, not quite human appearance and behavior. But if aliens have the technology for interstellar travel, why would they need to physically intimidate people to keep secrets? Some researchers propose a more difficult explanation, that the men in black are interdimensional beings or time travelers, popping into our reality to manipulate events for unknown reasons. This theory attempts to account for their sudden appearances and disappearances, as well as their strange physical characteristics. Skeptics, of course, have their own explanations. They argue that most men in black encounters can be attributed to the misidentification of ordinary people, possibly combined with the power of suggestion and the human tendency to connect unrelated events into a pattern. The popularity of the men in black in UFO lore and pop culture could lead people to interpret ordinary encounters as something more sinister. As for physical evidence like photos or videos, skeptics point out that these can often be explained by ordinary means or could be hoaxes. The blurry nature of most men in black images makes it difficult to draw firm conclusions. It's also worth considering the psychological impact of UFO sightings. Someone who's had a strange, unexplainable experience might be on high alert, more likely to interpret ordinary events or people as threatening or mysterious. This could lead to perfectly normal encounters being perceived as visits from men in black. For many years, people have shared stories and done investigations, but we are still not any closer to proving if the men in black really exist or not. Like a lot of stories about UFOs, this one is also wrapped in mystery. What we do know is that the idea of the men in black has left a big mark on our popular culture and the UFO community. Whether they are real or just made up, these mysterious figures have become an important part of the stories we tell about encounters with aliens. In the end, the truth about the men in black is still unknown. Are they secret protectors keeping us safe from cosmic secrets? Could they be aliens watching over us? Or are they just a modern myth created from our curiosity about the unknown? The answer, just like the men in black themselves, stays hidden in the shadows. All right, everyone, that's it for today. If you're curious about the mysterious endless hole in Washington, be sure to check out the video on that topic as well. Take care and goodbye.